This video will take you through how a crop of corn is raised. All the operations that go into it, from the spreading of the manure for fertilizer, to plowing and disking and getting the ground in shape, planting and cultivating, up to harvest, and even after the harvest, disking the stubble down. This is more like how it was done 50 years ago or so. We have much more modern equipment now, but there are still some farmers that use this old equipment and make a good crop. I'm one of them. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. He's ready to roll. It's springtime. We got to spread some manure, so I got to put the loader back on there to load up the manure spreader. So I hate to kind of put it on because I like the way he looks without it, but we're going to put him on, put him to work. All right, we're going to hook him up. Just like politicians, I figured Memorial Day weekend is a great time to spread manure. I had a good time. Just in time for the neighbors' cookouts. Spreading a little holiday cheer for them in the form of springtime perfume. They'll thank me later, I'm sure. Got my pitchfork and one or two clumps out there. in the field, I wanted to spread around before I try to plow it. I wanted to plow over real good. So, do some old-fashioned manure spreading. Hey, dogs. Last time this field was plowed, it was plowed split furrow. Even though it's been 25 years or more, you can still kind of see where it was. I doubt if you can see it on here, but since I know where to look, I can tell where there's a slight depression where that split furrow was. So when I plow it, I'm going to have to do a back furrow right there, fill that little spot in. So anyhow, here's the one area here, the clumps I want to spread out so the plow can roll it over better. Don't know how I can hold the camera and do it at the same time, so you ain't going to see me doing it. You see me too much anyway. I gotta try. Well, we got the manure spread out there. We got a fair amount of moisture in the ground. And what my grandfather used to say, that land is a hankering for the plow. So I'm going to try to get the plows hooked up. Now I just got to remember what clump of bushes I hit that plow under. I got a fair notion of the approximate location, so let me go look. I see the plows over there. Just a little petty whoopers. I'll see if I can straighten them up. So I'll back up to them. That ain't so bad. If I can find a hole in there. Yeah, that's on there. Good. Coulters on the plow deserve a little bit of grease, so I'll be throwing some in there. It's all greased up. I guess I'll go out and see if I can get the plow set. Well, I think I can see the back furrow that was there. Look, it's coming out, make sure I do the right thing. All things I have to do is put it in the ground and try it. Pretty ugly so far. I gotta let the back down some. Gotta adjust my top link out a little bit. A little bit better. Rough so far. Dad would not be proud. Ain't absolutely hateful, but it took a little while to get things adjusted right. But I was hoping to get all of it to turn over real good. As you can see, my furrow is nowhere near straight. Got some straightening out to do. We'll see what I can do. furrow still ain't real straight, but I'm getting there. This one's looking better. By the time I get the field done, I'll have a straight furrow. Starting to get there. Rust all over the bottom of the plow. The furrow isn't there. Fairly straight. No prizes. I still think it's pretty as a picture. The old 40-30 narrow front. Let's see how my plow is doing. As you can see, I like to get the full benefit of my plowshares. I'm not beyond welding a patch or two on them. Get a little bit more wear out of them, as you can see. So, like Grandpa used to say, use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. So you get that ingrained in you, it's hard to not feel like you're wasting to put new parts on stuff. Anyway. Probably seems like I got two little disking out there, and I'm going to use my 30-20 because the 40-10 is a little bit buried behind a couple things, and this is accessible. This actually weighs more than the 40-10, and I'm trying to get a few last uses out of these tars before I change them. And anyhow, but this is a nice 30-20. 30-20 diesel. It was kind of pretty wore out when we got it. The engine was, and it still is because we haven't done a thing with it. But it runs really good. Maybe it burns a tiny bit of oil every once in a while if you don't look them out. Yeah, this tire here, we're hoping to get a couple more uses out of that too. As you can see, this has a seat that's just getting broke in, and I've got another one that's not quite as bad to put on here. I guess I'll do that sometime. This one has a multilingual tack on it. So anyhow, the tractor was ahead of the curve there, wasn't it? Anyway. Watching, I better put some grease in this thing. tractor decided to take a little break. It was going along and started running a little bit slower, and then I was getting ready to cut it off, but it kind of cut off itself. I think it's the probably plugged up fuel filters or something. We will see. It'll start up again in a couple minutes, I'm sure. But yeah, this is a rough field. Didn't plow up anywhere near what I would like to have it plowed up. It's looks like it's going to get in shape though. A couple more diskins. A little rain on it. Won't be so bad. I'll try starting it in a minute. Using the tractor that you haven't used in a while, gets it all stirred up, and it goes on through the supply line to the filters and stops things up. I have been running my mixture in here of stale gas and old hydraulic fluid and some old crankcase oil that we drained out. It's what I've been running in here last year. Because I got to rebuild the injection pump anyway. I figured if anything messes up. But it's run fine with that. Haven't had to change the filters. I guess maybe I'll go ahead and do that if I can get it to the end of the field. Even if I can't get it to the end of the field, I'll change the filters. Let me try. See how far it goes. Went about 15 feet. So I'm thinking the return line is plugged up coming out of the injection pump. I'll check that. I'll get back with you. I have ascertained, that's a big word, that I know my viewers know what it means. I have ascertained that the sediment had sifted on down and plugged up the line going to the transfer pump. I took it loose and no fuel came out, even though there was, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches of fuel in the tank. And I blew through it. It took a little while for me to break through, but then I was able to push it through, and then fuel was coming out when I reattached it. So I don't know if I can get it bled and still have enough battery left to start it up, but I'm going to try. We'll see. All right, I'm pumping it. And we're getting fuel up there now, so let me reattach that. I'm pretty sure I got to bleed the pump, so that's a messy job. I'm doubting it's going to start, but we'll try it one time. We got it! Now I got to make it to the end of the field. Some more fuel in, maybe it'll dilute the dregs, I don't know. There's some of my special blend. It looks like, well, you see what it looks like. Runs good, don't cost me nothing. Well, we got her all done. 30-20 did good. Even with the tires that's coming apart. Like I say, he was tired when we bought him, I don't know, 15, 18 years ago, whenever it was. And put this narrow front on there. It had like a Schwartz wide front on it. I'd much rather have a narrow front around here, even though I got hills, because this farm was set up when they were farming with horses, and it's hard to maneuver. It's harder to maneuver something with a wide front around than it is these narrow front ones. But anyway, it did fine with that extra fuel mixture that I make up to put in the tank. It must have did the trick. It wasn't sloshing around quite as much to stir up as much trash that's in the bottom of the tank and plug up that line again. So anyway, I'm gonna go wash up and wash. You know, it was an R in wash. Anyway, on in and get my supper. Catch you later. See ya. Hey, we were very blessed to have some rain last night. I don't know, looks like right around a ½ inch of rain. Checking my rain gauge there. Just what I needed, because I wanted to soften up this ground out here in the front field a little bit. This end isn't bad, but the other end, it's got some more clay in it, and it's cloddy, and so I'm going to run a disc over it some. The other end anyhow, before it dries out too much, and see if I can get it in some sort of shape. So, and I also got to go get out my corn planter. But hey, I'm going out here and see if I can knock down some of those clods up the other end. Put some of my custom blended fuel in here, about 10 gallons. It's working in the other tractors. I figured I'd try it in this, so we'll give her a little workout and see what happens. You can see how it's a little more cloddy up here. I'm hoping that some of these clods will break up from having gotten a little bit of rain on them. So we'll see how it does. I got to plant it no matter how it turns out. Yeah, it looks like it's smoothing up some. Not looking bad at all. Well, it seemed like it kind of shaped up pretty good. I'll go work on getting the planter ready, I guess. Well, I got the corn planter out and hooked up and just got to grease him. I cleaned it out pretty good last year, so should just be able to throw the corn in and hop out in the field. First I need some corn. So I got to get my seed. So I'm going to shell my seed. I saved some of this corn. This is my own special blend. Been kind of saving it and the seed over and over and picking out the better ears, and that ain't a bad looking ear. It's got some red ears in it too, and they're not too bad. There's a lot of times the biggest ears get away from me, and but these ain't too terrible. I'll run it through the sheller and clean it a little bit and put her in the planter and hop out in the field and plant it. So let's get going. As you can see, put the ear in there and the shelled corn comes out the bottom and the cob comes out this end over here. This is a antique corn sheller. Normally has a handle on this, and this is the first year that I'm gonna crank. This is the first year I have that electric motor hooked up. I just got tired of cranking the thing to shell all that corn. Kind of awkward to feed it in with one hand while you turn the crank with the other, and I don't know, it just works out better this way. It's turning a little bit faster than I'd like, but it's working. And I kind of have to take these buckets and find a good windy spot and dump it from one bucket to the other, and while the wind blows some of the trash away, the chaff or silk or whatever that causes problems. So I'll show you that. Of course, wind always seems to die down whenever you need it to be blowing. There's a little bit of a breeze coming. A little bit of a breeze coming. Once in a while you see something in there you got to pull out. Piece of cob or something. See if it's got trash and pieces of silk in there. It messes up the, it kind of builds up in the bottom of the planter or hopper and messes up how it's planting. So. Well, I got the corn in the hoppers. Just got some oil on the chains, and I hit them a couple of grease fittings, and then we'll take her out in the field. Check them hoppers and see how much corn I got in it. I got about a third of the field planted. Oh yeah, I guess it's coming out. Yep, Got plenty of corn in there yet. Well, I had a chain jump off. This chain had jumped off. It's on the wrong side of the tightener anyhow. It's on there wrong. I don't know. Must have set it up in a hurry last year. Or, I don't know. Maybe it came. I remember the chain came off once last year. And I stuck it back on, but I must have put it on the wrong side of the tightener idler. So I don't have no idea how much corn didn't get, how many rows didn't get planted. I'll have to figure that out before I go back out there and go over all the rows. So let me get this chain on the right side and tighten it, and then I'll see if I can figure which rows don't have corn in. It's always something. That's farming. That's farming. Anyhow. Hey, it's just about supper time. I wanted to get this corn planter fixed. I figured out where it stopped planting that kinda. So he's pretty close. I would have been farther along, but had a visitor. Charlie stopped by. Yes, that's right. The world famous Charlie, aka Charlie Calhoun, is his screen name, but the real Charlie stopped by, and he likes to talk. He did tell a little story on himself. He couldn't find his hedge trimmers, and he knew somebody had stolen them because he looked and looked, couldn't find them. So he went and bought a new pair of them, and couldn't find where to put them. Then he saw the perfect place for them up on the top of his. He's got a press, hydraulic press, you know, with the jack on it, and where the top of it is, it's got the channel iron there. He said it'd be just the right length, just perfect to keep that there. He went to put it up there, and there was his other ones, right there where he kept them. So anyhow, but well, I'm going to fix this chain, put it on the right side of the tensioner, and probably get something to eat right there after supper, and finish planting that corn. So anyway, I must be losing it. It was right before, now it's wrong. So I got to put it back the way it was. Yep. Had my tension side mixed up with my slack side. Happens to all of us at some point in life, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. See ya. Yeah. Well, we're well stocked up on cobs. We'll be saving plenty of money on toilet paper. Guess I'll set these over there by the outhouse. My wife will be so pleased. Hey, how y'all doing this morning? I don't know what the wind is doing with this sound on here. I probably can't film much outside, but I do not know what this corn is growing on. Look at the ends of the rows. Must be a different type of soil. Or it didn't plow it as deep or something. I don't know. They're all pretty much curling up, but the farther you go in the field, it looks good. I don't know what that corn is growing on. Haven't really had any rain to speak of since it was planted, but I think it's growing just on the humidity out of the air. Wouldn't be surprised. It's always real high humidity here. We're close to the ocean and the bay and everything. So supposed to get up to 100 degrees today, but it's summertime. That's what summertime's all about. Humidity is going to be in the 80s or 85, 90, somewhere around there. Woo. Oh, 50 sounds good. Corn's gotten taller now, and you can see that grass that was not showing up in the other video because it was just starting to come up is now well established. I'm going to go and hit this few rows a little bit and trying to get some sun on my forehead because I always wear a hat, and we happen to go to church or somewhere where I ain't wearing a hat. My forehead's completely white, so I'm trying to get a little sun on it today. But anyhow, gonna go through this corn a little bit. Well, it's sunny with a few clouds there. But as you go across the sky over to here, I don't know if the camera picks up the exact mood of the weather, but it sure looks like we got all the earmarks of a storm coming up. So maybe we'll get a couple drops of rain. Maybe get a flood. Who knows? I'll take almost any opportunity to get some rain right now. So anyway, I'll update you. See what we get. Let's hope we don't get too much of a storm. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell by what this little camera's filming or not, but it's looking like there's a storm could be coming up. We happen to be getting some rain right now. And a fair amount. Guess you can see it. I would do some filming outside, but it's windy and wet. Well, we had a good shower of rain. Didn't have a storm. Had some thunder and lightning, but wasn't a terrible storm, but we had a good, see the puddles? Got some rain. I guess the corn will jump now. Thankful for the rain. Hope you all got some if you need it too. I know some places are too wet, so I don't know. But anyhow, this will help. Hey, we got a little bit of a foggy morning there, don't we, in the fall here. Yep. I got to get ready to pick corn, so I guess that's what I'm going to work on. Get the corn picker ready, get the elevator ready, move things around in the corn crib. So Neat looking fog out there this morning. Makes a good picture. Yeah, getting everything ready to start picking. Guess I'm going over the tires and putting some air in them. And no sooner change the one front tire than this other one started getting interesting. I'll see how far it goes. Put a little air in that one. That tire's got fluid in it. Got some calcium in there. Now everybody's favorite job, greasing. There's a lot of grease fittings on here. Some of them hard to get to. I guess I'll get the greasing. Right in there, the whole line of them, whole gang of them right there. These those are easy to get to. Ones underneath are kind of hard. Don't bother him a bit. We got them all greased up, and as you can see, we make liberal use of old burnt engine oil on all the chains. Make sure everything's lubricated up as good as it can get. And any places that's rusted out where corn can slip out, we fix those with the handyman's secret weapon, duct tape. Yep. I guess that'll hold up. Should anyway. What do you think, Snoopy? Gonna hold up under there? Well, I guess there's nothing left to do but go ahead out there and try to pick a little bit. See what happens. It's a hot day for the end of October. Up near 80 degrees. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad a year for just having shelled the corn off of what I picked last year. Shelled it right from the corn crib, put it in the planter, stuck her in the ground. Didn't even put any fertilizer on it. Just some cow manure. I don't think it's too bad. Didn't spray either, as you can see. Cultivated this field. If you don't believe me, you can watch the video. Cultivating with my old John Deere 50. But I thought these ears were pretty good for what they are. Non-GMO. Stuff to feed the cows with anyway. I guess I'll finish my little test load. I got some small ones too, nubbins on the ends, you know. Ain't the greatest, but gives the cow something to gnaw on, I guess. Well, got that unloaded now. Just got to keep on picking and putting it away in the corn crib. Catch you later. The pig's over here. What are you doing? What you got on your face, huh? They don't like the ground corn. They won't eat it if it's got the